Hello, Finance 2. Um, we'll be doing comprehensive spreadsheet problems at the end of each chapter. And this is, I've given you some tools. There's an Excel tutorial uh, that you can look for help. And there's also the Excel models. I would use those. You can download those or look at those and see how these functions are used. Um, this is your first problem, 1123, and it tells you you have two projects, um, Project A and Project B, and it gives you the cash flows for each project. So uh, the first project, the initial startup cost is $30. Then you have a cash flow of $5 coming in, 10, 15, 20, and so on for Project B. And what we're asked to do is find the net present values, internal rate of return, and modified internal rate of return, regular paybacks and discounted paybacks for each project. And we're going to notice that our weighted average cost is 10%. So you need to set your spreadsheet up just like this, something like this, and put your cash flows in. Notice that these are negatives, so be sure they're formatted negative. Um, and then also you'll have your fixed weighted average cost of capital is in at 10%. Okay, now to find the net present value of project A, you just use the NPV function as explained in the model. And right here I have clicked on it, and you can actually see we've used the NPV function and put in the range B8. First we put in B18, that's our rate, and C12, which is 5 through 20, through C15, that's five. That's this range of numbers. Then we had to go ahead and add, and you can do it at the back or the front, either one, it doesn't matter. You have to add your initial expense to get your net present value of these cash flows. So I'm just going to do it over here. Let's just delete this, and let me walk you through it. One way to find your functions is just to come up here to this insert function, and you can see you can type a description. You can look at the most recently used, or you can look at financial if you want to. There's all sorts of different functions here. You can see in the most recently used, I've used NPV just recently. So I'll just click OK. Now, gives me the rate. Now, you might be tempted to put 10%, but don't put 10%. Come down and use your cell here and put the cell address. And then the first value will be 5 through 20. And now you select OK, but we haven't put our initial value in, our cash flow at times 0, so we have to put that in afterwards, and then hit enter to get an NPV of 7.74. You do the second one exactly the same way for project B. Now when you want to find internal rate of return, you just use the IRR function, internal rate of return function. So you find that in your functions, and then it is all the cash flows together. That's all you have to do, and it'll give you the internal rate of return for each one. Your modified internal rate of return, let's look at it. It's a little bit different. You put in your same values, C11 through 15. You put your finance rate, that would be your weighted average cost of capital, and then also Modified internal rate of return assumes that we reinvest at weighted average cost of capital. So you put your reinvestment rate there also. Your weighted average cost of capital is also your reinvestment rate. Okay, that's how you do the first part of this with the NPVs, internal rate of returns, and modified internal rate of returns. I'll make another video on how to do the paybacks for each one. They take a little bit more time.